So anyway, I'm just parked here on the side of the road, and I just thought I'd give a kind of a quick talk about what happened to our websites and the reason why there was a concerted effort on social media and other media outlets to undermine all of the work that Monica and I and many other people had done to kind of establish really what we were calling the embassy or the diplomatic mission. So firstly, I'll just go over the connections that Monica has raised. Okay, so firstly we started we brought to public awareness a few things that got people thinking about things. One of them was we went to Dun & Bradstreet and we just simply copied the registered turnover for the Ministry of Justice. Okay, and that just so happened to be $1 trillion US. So we'll just quantify that again for all the people who don't know. Somehow Corrections Department New Zealand registers a turnover or a profit, they call it, of 2 million piles of $1 million New Zealand every year. Okay, and we also exposed the fact that although it's common belief that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade and its minister, Nanaia Mahuta, are the diplomatic representatives of this country, that is in fact not true. Why? Because of information gathered through official information requests that you can do at your own hand if you wish, that ask the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade that during the course of their duties every day, do they in fact represent the British Crown? And they unequivocally say, yes, we do. Well, so how can the British Crown represent New Zealand to other countries? Well, it can't, because the Queen herself has admitted, or before she passed, that New Zealand was under its own governance. So what's going on? So we started to run a campaign of awareness regarding who the real embassy was for this country, being that Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade represents the British Crown. And the people here that have established since 1835 and 1834 the flag, that they were under their own governance and represented themselves, and we were part of a group of people that represented them, not entirely, but as a portion of those that wanted to identify themselves as being part of Nuterini or some other jurisdiction other than New Zealand. We were assisting them in their endeavours. Okay. Well, that of course upset the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade and its minister Nanaia Mahuta, who basically put the word down, and we heard this through the New Zealand police, who said that they were following the orders of a minister, which is against the Policing Act. And the Ministry of Justice's best friend, we're talking Kiri Allen, happens to be Nanaia Mahuta. And who was the one in the media that ran the smear campaign? Oh, her ex-fiancé, Manny Dunlop. Is it starting to paint a picture with you people? Well, there's more coming, and we'll have more evidence. And in fact, I've got paper proof that somehow criminal charges were falsified, and I was arrested for them. And I have the paper proof of that, and the official record was altered, and those charges were, one of them was commuted, the other one disappeared and has been attributed to another charge. I don't know how the number of my charge ends up being somebody else's charge, and this is all after, this thing with us and Nanaia Mahuta and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and then our websites get taken down, and then there's a Radio New Zealand campaign by Manny Dunlop and other people, and then there's a piece run in the paper, and the truth is that not just that, the criminal charges and that had me cut off from my accounts and things for more than a year. Like I was basically living on couches, and practically still am, like a street person, thanks to this. And the truth is that people need to be made aware of what's actually happened. What's actually happened is a political conspiracy. And, it's just a standard New Zealand workplace bullying, if you look at it, because we had created our workplace and our environment next to their workplace and their environment, so they just immediately went into their bullying and smear tactics that they use with everyone, which is quite successful with the masses, being that they are so media-led and easily swayed by stupid opinion. So, time to regroup and reorganise, and so that's what's happening. And like I said, there's a lot more evidence to come and a lot more evidence to follow regarding the conspiracy and the paper proof behind the conspiracy of the things that I've said. Okay, so I have the proof, and you've already seen it in a small documentary that Monica made regarding my charges, but I'm not sure people have come to the full awareness of what's actually happened right in front of them. This is an actual case where it can be proven that the Ministry of Justice created charges and they didn't exist, and not only that, they have falsified the public record. Now, I mean, well, I was going to say civilized, but it's not really civilized, in a what we'd call a law-abiding country, or a statute-abiding country, okay? The worst possible thing that can happen is falsification of the public record. Now, I've opened up pieces of the public record and it's had, all of their dirt in it before, and I've spoken about those things. But this time, they've altered it. We're living in really dangerous times, and it's not just for me, it's for everyone, and we need to really think about what's happening here. Anyway, as always, thank you for looking at my video, and for those that support me, thank you for supporting me. We really need to, get things going now, and we need to establish some sort of place for us to do our thing from, really. Right, catch you later.